Stick around and you might just discover the key to unlocking your team's full potential. What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of a great leader? People thrives on public recognition. Also emphasizes the importance of creating a positive team culture. Well, this isn't about organizing fun team building activities. Some are driven by a sense of purpose, increased by people work closely together. The key is not to avoid conflict, but to manage it constructively. Ever wonder what makes a great team leader? Well, today we are diving into The Psychology of Leading Teams, a book that uncovers the secret behind effective leadership. Stick around and you might just discover the key to unlocking your team's full potential. So let's start with a simple question. What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of a great leader? Maybe it's someone who always confident, making decisions without hesitation. Or perhaps it's a person who listens carefully to everyone's idea before taking actions. The truth is, great leadership isn't about one specific trait or skill. It's a complex mix of psychology, emotional intelligence, and practical how to do it. And that's exactly what The Psychology of Leading Teams explore in depth. The book breaks down leadership into several key components. First up is understanding yourself as a leader. This means knowing your strengths, weaknesses, and how you react under pressure. It's not just about being aware of these things, but actively working on them. For example, if you know you tend to get frustrated when projects don't go as planned, well, you can develop strategies to manage that frustration. Well, this self-awareness is crucial because it impacts how your team perceives and responds to you. Next, the book dwells into understanding your team members. Well, each person on your team is unique with their motivations, strengths, and the challenges. A great leader takes the time to get to know each team member individually. Well, this doesn't mean you need to be a best friends with everyone. It's about understanding what drives each person and how they work best. Some people thrive on public recognition, while others prefer a quiet word of appreciation. Well, knowing these preferences can help you motivate your team more effectively. Well, the book also emphasizes the importance of creating a positive team culture. Well, this isn't about organizing fun team building activities, although those can be great. Well, it's about fostering an environment where people feel safe to share the ideas, take risks, and learn from mistakes. One way to do this is by modeling the behavior you want to see. Well, if you want your team to be open to feedback, start by asking for feedback on your performance. Well, if you want to admit mistake, or if you want them to admit mistake, be the first to own up when you make one. Well, Communication is another crucial aspect of leadership that the book explores. It's not just about what you say, but how you say it. The book provides strategies for clear, effective communications that can prevent misunderstanding and the conflicts. For instance, it suggests using I statement instead of you statement when giving feedbacks. Well, saying I notice the report was submitted late is less likely to put someone on the defensive than you submitted the report late. The book also dives into the psychology of motivation. Well, it explores that different people are motivated by different things. Some are driven by a sense of purpose, others by recognition, and some by the opportunity to learn and grow. Well, understanding these motivations can help you to tailor your leadership approach to each team member. For example, if you know someone is motivated by learning, you might assign them to projects that involves developing new skills. Another interesting point the book makes is about decision making. It explains that leaders often fall into the trap of thinking they need to have all the answers. In reality, involving your team in the decision making can lead to better outcomes and increase buying. While the book provides techniques for collaborative decision makings that can help you tap into your team's collective wisdom. Well, one such technique is the 6 thinking hats method, where team members look at a problem from different perspectives. Well, the book also addresses how to handle conflict within a team. It's natural for disagreement to arise when people work closely together. The key is not to avoid conflict, but to manage it constructively. The book offers strategies for addressing conflicts early, before they escalate. But it also explains how to turn conflicts into opportunities for growth and the motivation. Another fascinating aspect the book covers is the role of emotional intelligence in the leadership. This involves not just managing your own emotions, but also being attuned to the emotions of your team members. The book provides exercises to help improve your emotional intelligence. For instance, it suggests a practice or practicing active listening, where you focus fully on understanding what the other person is saying and feeling. Well, the book also tackles the challenges of leading through change. Well, friends, change can be unsettling for many people. As a leader, you need to guide your team through it. The book explains the psychology behind resistance to change and offers strategies to overcome it. One key point is the importance of communication during the time of change. Well, people need to understand not just what is changing, but also why it's necessary. The book also addresses the topic of remote leadership, well, which has become increasingly relevant in the recent years. It offers insights on how to maintain team cohesion and motivations when you are not all in the same physical space. For example, it suggests setting clear expectations for communications and creating virtual spaces for casual interaction. Towards the end, the book emphasizes the importance of continuous learning for leaders. Well, leadership isn't a destination, it's a journey of constant growth and the adaptation. The book encourages leaders to seek feedbacks, reflect on their experiences, and always be open to new ideas and the approaches. So now friend, I would love to hear from you. What's been your biggest challenges or challenge in leading your team? Well, share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more leadership insights. Remember one thing, great leadership isn't about being perfect. It's about understanding yourself, your team, and always striving to improve. Well, keep learning, keep growing, and you will be amazed at what you and your team can achieve together. Until next time, lead with empathy, communicate clearly, and never stop growing. And your team will thank you for that. Stick around and you might just discover the key to unlocking your team's full potential. What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of a great leader? People drives on public recognition. Also emphasizes the importance of creating a positive team culture. Well, this isn't about organizing fun team building activities. Some are driven by a sense of purpose, increased by people work closely together. The key is not to avoid conflict, but to manage it constructively.